they have hit the ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. Those reports have been wrong in the past, but if they did get him,
if they got him, it would be good, but honestly, I don't think it's going
Why
to
is it
change
all
the dynamic
fuzzy?
very much. Ultimately, this continues to be a civil war, now a regional proxy war, and Baghdadi going away is not
It
going to
was
change
crystal
this
clear
global
this
dynamic.
morning.
thanks very much.
Thank you, Martha. Great to be here.
And now to the critical countdown in the 2016 race. Will Joe Biden jump in? There he is this weekend out with
made
his
lasagna
family mulling over the
with
biggest
spinach.
political decision of
I think I
his
did it
life.
with spinach last time
Hillary
too.
Clinton,
Yeah, I did.
Bernie Sanders, and the rest
Virgin
of the
olive
field
oil,
set to
spinach,
face off in that first
and
Democratic
then
debate. ABC's Cecilia Vega
mozzarella
tracking
cheese,
it all.
sharp
She
cheddar
joins us
cheese,
from outside the vice president's home
noodles,
in Delaware. Good morning, Cecilia.
cottage cheese, large
Good morning
curds,
to you. No sign of him
mix
yet,
it with
all
3
eyes
eggs,
on Joe Biden. If he's
then I
going to
mix
jump into this race,
cheese
he needs
with
to
it,
decide soon. Joe
and then I used pound chuck hamburger, 3 pounds, Parmesan cheese, Wagyu, spaghetti sauce, super chunk, extra flavor. I use bottled water when I boil the noodles. I use bottled water when I rinse them off. I want my shit to be pure. I don't trust none of that shit from the faucet anymore.
His aides had very serious discussions with Democratic Party leaders,
covering
critical rules and fast approaching ballot deadlines.
I think that's all I
all
used.
crucial if the team is mounting a presidential bid. If he does jump in, a new poll shows Biden cutting into Hillary Clinton's lead in the key battleground states Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Clinton now wins more than 50% of the primary vote, far ahead of Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. But watch that
if you want it perfect, you go to a fucking restaurant, have them do it perfect. But take the little towel and wipe off the edge of the plate with a little drip drop. Put a little fucking flour and shit on there. Fuck all that shit. I can scoop it up and throw it on. And then I made my own garlic bread too. Got a loaf of French bread, and I put
a flip-flop on his Trans-Pacific Partnership, the 12-nation trade deal she once backed and called the gold standard.
Garlic powder.
But now, I am not
and then I used
of what I have learned about it. In less than a month, it is her fourth major split from her former boss. From her opposition to the Keystone Pipeline to calling for a no-fly zone in Syria.
Oh, my hot pepper seasoning, my Carolina Reaper. Oh, maybe that's what I should call this. South Carolina Reaper chili pepper lasagna. There we go. That's what I'm gonna call it.
And 9,000 in
check it out.
Saturday. And just in time for the
cooking tray.
Republicans releasing
Oh
this new
God, I hope I don't burn my guts
Hillary
out.
Clinton.
I haven't tried some. It was pretty good.
Email any classified material to anyone.
A federal government watchdog had determined there was classified information.
Did in fact contain classified information.
Okay, and Cecilia joins us now live. Cecilia, you talked about Joe Biden probably deciding this week, but when would it actually be too late for him to decide? Well, you know, technically he could run as a write-in candidate and declare at the very last minute, but no one believes that that's actually going to happen. It is late already. Time is of the essence right now, and there are real deadlines approaching. The first one,
my mama didn't raise no food.
October 29th, he would need to declare by then in order to make it onto the Georgia ballot. These deadlines with campaign infrastructure that are built up already out there, with major cash that's been raised. Those polls that we talked about in our piece that show him making a dent in Hillary Clinton's lead if he does decide to declare. It's not just that. Take a look at this. She has 64,000 campaign volunteers built up all around this country already. If he wants to compete with that, Martha, he's got to decide soon. Some would say it's already too late. Well, and obviously he's not in time for the debate this week. Give us an idea what the expectations are for that debate. You know, all eyes on Tuesday. A lot
You
of
put a little
political
too much on
TV
her.
reading happening right now. CNN has
That's
said
all
that
right.
Joe Biden could jump in on the day of if he decides to do that. No one believes that he will, although I'll tell you that would be the campaign story of a lifetime. What is at the crux of his decision right now is his emotional state. He's reportedly meeting with family this weekend. That is going to help him decide whether to run. Everyone is going to be watching that stage in Las Vegas on Tuesday, looking at Hillary Clinton facing off against Bernie Sanders. Some of the issues we expect to come up. Sanders' history on gun control, of course, that flip-flop from Hillary Clinton on trade. What we don't expect to see, that political free-for-all that we saw with Republicans, Martha. So far, the Democrats are promising, at least for now, to play nice.
Thanks, Cecilia. Now to the Republicans and the latest on that chaos on Capitol Hill. A leadership crisis for the GOP this morning. Their search for a speaker still on. ABC's John Carl has the breaking details.
After that stunning decision by House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy to bow out of the race for Speaker, Republicans are now looking for someone, anyone, to lead them.
Why would anyone want to be Speaker?
That is the $64,000 question.
Many in the GOP are practically begging Congressman Paul Ryan to take the job.
I did everything except carry his gym bag this morning, trying to get him to do it.
The man who would be king insists he doesn't want the crown. But Republicans hope he will have a change of heart. And one Ryan confidant tells ABC News that seems to be happening. He puts the odds of Ryan running for Speaker at 60%. But for a party known for taking who's next in line, this week's Capitol chaos proves just how much the outsiders have taken over. It's a clash that's been building for years. Those ushered into power by the Tea Party wave, taking on the entrenched Washington establishment.
I got 17 containers of lasagna.
Showed up in enormous numbers, and we got a Republican majority in the House.
17 containers.
And very little change.
Now,
I think I'm set for 2
that
weeks.
gave huge majorities in 2014 is in disarray. There's real deadlines
I gotta
looming
just stop
for
giving
funding
the
the
shit
government
away.
and raising the debt limit. Republicans still have their largest House majority since Herbert Hoover was president. But what good is it
I
when they're
have
so
lunch,
divided?
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
One small group is allowed to hijack the entire house, and we have to have a government that works. This is not a debating society.
Congress has been turned upside down by the same forces that are upending the race for the White House. With political experience now a liability, outsiders Donald Trump and Dr. Ben Carson are dominating the 2016 field. No matter what they say, or
This
who
is
they
way
defend.
better than the
On the campaign
burnt pizza
trail
I ate
and in the
today.
Capitol, the
I
establishment is
bought
on
a pizza
shaky
at the
ground.
bar,
A house of cards
and she didn't
trying
cook it
to
all the way, so I brought it
collapse.
home.
For this week, Jonathan
And I
Carl,
re-cooked it in the
ABC
oven. I
News.
forgot about it.
Our
The
thanks
whole
to
time it
John.
took me to make this
Joining us now,
lasagna.
Congressman Jason Chaffetz.
I'm like, oh
Republican
shit, I got the
chair of
pizza in the
House
oven.
Oversight Committee and a candidate for House
It was
Speaker.
crispy.
Good morning, Chairman Chaffetz. You've heard the descriptions of what
Not
happened
yet.
this week. Total confusion, a
To put on
banana
YouTube.
republic, turmoil,
My
crisis,
mouth was a little bit
inequality.
sore.
Chris Christie comparing this to Game of Thrones. And the Washington Post Karen Tumulty writing this. Less than a year after a sweeping electoral
No.
triumph, Republicans
That's
are on
spinach.
the verge of ceasing to function as a national political
There you go.
party. Mr. Chairman, how do you think Americans should see this?
Well, that was a little dramatic. Look, we have passed out of the House roughly 200 bills that are sitting over in the United States Senate. A lot of our frustration is with the Senate, it's with the president, but we got to change things. We need a fresh start. We have a gulf and a divide that needs to be bridged. We need a speaker, I think, who takes the communications realm and drives the discussion in this country about what it is we're standing for and what it is we're trying to do. And so we're going through that exercise because Speaker Boehner stepped down and the majority leader decided that we do need a fresh face, and that's in part why I put my name in for the spot.
You may be a fresh face, but do you really think you can bridge this enormous divide?
Well, somebody's got to do it. I would hope that Paul Ryan would do it. He said repeatedly that he won't. I do think there are other people that
This
are
must
better
plate
qualified,
alone
but
about
I
5
do
pounds.
think I bridged that gap, and that's the case that I'm making.
Lasagna.
If there's somebody better who can unite us, I'll
Yeah.
support them. But you know, you either part of the solution or
I
part
probably
of the
ate 1
problem.
pound already.
I right or wrong, thrown myself in there and said, hey, I think I can do it.
Let me tell you what Congressman Joe Lysak said.
Good,
He
good.
said you have changed.
Got some kick
Taking
to
a
it.
break from holding government accountable.
I told my buddy, I'm like, hey man, give me some more of them peppers. I want some more of those Carolina
I don't think that's
Reaper
accurate.
peppers.
We've
I
been
want
very,
some more.
aggressive. People have seen me fighting everything from Fast and Furious to the IRS on Planned Parenthood to
It's like a drug.
a host of things. Benghazi and
Just want more.
reputation over 6
More.
years.
Even though it burns, want more.
Closely with my Democratic
Call me
allies.
ignorant.
Elijah Cummings is a good friend. We've
But
done
damn,
over,
I like
think,
this shit.
200 letters now to the administration, so I do things a little bit differently.
I heard
Very effective.
that they now have,
You said if he decides to
they have,
you won't. Have you spoken to him, and what do you think the chances are that he will?
No, I think Paul Ryan,
Carolina
I have not spoken
Reaper
to him. I think he checks every box.
pepper
He's got the great experience.
popcorn.
He's a visionary.
Not popcorn,
He
but
understands the
cotton
institution.
candy.
He's a
Yeah.
good spokesperson.
Yeah.
And one of the things that
Cotton
people
candy.
love about him is that he puts his family first. And
Well, I guess you can make anything out of that shit, because once you dehydrate and grind it up, there you go. Turns into a powder. Mix it with anything.
This morning, however, on Twitter, Joe Miller, the
It's like I did with this
lasagna.
lasagna.
GOP primary, saying Paul Ryan is the absolute worst
Yeah.
choice for speaker. It would
I
be putting
dehydrated in my oven,
on the ugliest policies, and the
and then
House Freedom Caucus
ground it up
members
in my
of
Ninja
hardline
blender.
conservatives say they are still supporting Daniel Webster.
Well, it's why we have these discussions, why we need to have an election, and it's partly why I put myself
And there you
out
go.
there. So we'll see what happens.
What kind of compromises would you or a Paul Ryan have to make with those real hardliners?
Well, I think from the broad political spectrum, not just the Freedom Caucus, I think there is a need for some internal reform. That is how we bring bills up, getting back to regular order, how we
that's the
offer
pepper.
amendments, don't offer amendments. Those types
Makes
of
your nose
things
run.
are frustrating to a lot of people.
But I'm not sweating. I don't think so.
We need to look at our internal rules package itself. But I don't think you have to cut a deal with anybody. There's no,
I can feel the burn.
there's no deal that you have to cut.
Makes you
I
eat it
think
faster.
we have a reputation of being
I
fair,
dump
and
shit
we
in,
gotta
too.
hear all sides from the entire political spectrum.
If
And
a
really,
normal
the role of
person
the
ate this,
speaker is to be the constitutional
hey,
officer
what the
that
fuck you
makes
put
sure
on
that the
there?
process is fair, it's balanced, we protect minority rights, and that we allow these
I'm
good
glad you
bills
put
and ideas
a lot of
percolate
regular
from the
pepper,
bottom
you know,
up,
salt and
rather
pepper.
than a top-down,
I put a lot of pepper in
driven
there.
process where the speaker is telling the body what to do. I think the speaker works for the conference,
Mr.
the
Chairman,
House Republicans.
I want to go back to the beginning. You said that was a very good
That explains the
It was very dramatic.
excess water
Americans do
drinking.
look at Congress and say, what's
Yeah.
going on? So whether you elect a speaker
Wow.
right away or not,
I think I'm
what
done.
do you think the long-term effects of this will be
I ate half
on
of
the
it.
Hill and also on 2016?
Yeah.
So look, the American people swept us into
I ate
power
half
because
of
they
it.
wanted results. And we got to take that fight to the Senate. We got to take that fight to the president. And
I'm done.
they haven't seen the results. Again,
I am
passing
so
bills
done.
out of the House is one step, but we actually got to get those bills onto the president's
This
desk
is the
because we
refrigerator.
don't like the current trajectory. And to
Save for
suggest
later.
it's all on the House Republicans is wrong. When they talk about
I'm
the
done.
dysfunction in Washington, D.C., they're also talking
That's
about
good.
President Obama, and they're also talking about the United States Senate.
And I want to ask you quickly about a report
Norton Security
this
with
morning
backup
also that
is
a
currently
former
performing
staffer of the
background task
Benghazi
while your
committee
computer's in
says
idle.
he was
Okay.
fired from that committee
Well,
because he
welcome
was
to my
focused too much on Hillary Clinton
South
instead of
Carolina
finding out
Reaper
answers about Benghazi.
Well, I can tell you, when
chili,
Benghazi was first going, I was on the ground in
hot
Tripoli. I was
pepper,
the first member of Congress to be there. I've been there twice.
lasagna.
I have spent a lot of time on Benghazi. Trey Gowdy is
Yeah.
running a very professional,
Nice.
first-rate
It was
organization
good.
there.
It was
hearing
good.
coming up on
It was
October
good.
22nd is absolutely going to
Want
be,
more,
I think,
but not
a
now.
first-class
Oh,
presentation where
Can you talk
everybody
Right.
specifically about this person and why this might have happened? Why he says he
58,
was fired from
59,
that?
boom,
I've
14
never met
minutes.
this person. I
Good.
don't know this